Hey everybody, this is Furious Jodo, just doing some test commentaries. I probably will not even release these on YouTube, but hey. So we have Artosis versus HuK coming up. We got HuK as the blue Protoss in the north end of the field. I'm going to call it a field. We got Artosis spawning in the right position as the red Zerg. Sending out that Overlord, going to find HuK very quickly. HuK is making probes. There's really not a lot else you can do at this point. These matches are from the ESL Tourney that happened on August 18th. Again, this is just practice commentaries. If you're watching this, I probably sent you the link directly. So we got Artosis moving real overlordy. So we're at 10 food now. We got Overlords, one Overlord or two? One Overlord. Overlord coming out on 10 for Artosis, not doing any kind of early pool. Haven't seen anything like that from Artosis in the replays that I have watched. Interestingly, sending his second Overlord that way as well. Wonder where that'll end up. We got a probe checking things out for HuK. Though at this point he pretty much knows where he is. This probe's just going to go find out what he has to worry about. If he sees gas, if he sees a spawning pool up already, lets him know what he needs to do. Looks like HuK is going for the wall off, which I first saw from White Raw back in the beta. He do gateway, forge, and then I think another gateway. I don't quite remember, been a while since I watched that. Man, we do have that spawning pool going down now. Looks like the spawning pool was on around 13 or 14. Spawning pool going down for Artosis, gateway going down for HuK. HuK looks like he's just going to be doing that fast expand, so he's going to wall that off, get his expansion up, tech up, gets whatever he wants at that point. We'll see if Artosis can do anything to bust into it. We do have a fast expand going down for Artosis as well, relatively safe with the build that HuK's doing, but HuK can also switch it up after seeing that and just drop down a second gate. We'll see what he does. So HuK having a probe, just drop a mineral off. And doesn't have anything queued up. Looks like he's ready to drop that Nexus, and there it is. Right when he gets the minerals forward, he drops that down. And let's see, supply blocked now for HuK, but that Nexus will be up relatively quick. Very kind of risky. He doesn't have any units out. We got Zerglings coming down, not walled off yet. I kind of am not liking not getting a forge or something else down. You need those cannons to get rid of those Zerglings. I mean, there's only one Zealot coming out, but there's enough Zerglings that Zealot's not going to do anything. I don't know that Artosis had seen that Zealot yet, or he saw it come out. Doesn't look like. Looks like he's looking for it now. And Artosis is going to come in here with a Zergling force. HuK does have, there he goes for that wall off. HuK does have two Zealots out now. He's going to block this gap on his right side, but those Zerglings can get around. I don't know that this is a Zergling type wall on the left side. I don't think it is. We'll see what happens. Yeah, looks like it actually is, surprisingly. Oh, don't let him in there. Yep. So, some nice micro by HuK, making sure those Zerglings stay out. Artosis trying to draw those Zealots away enough that he can run in. Yeah, good job by HuK holding that off. We got that Cyber Core going down for that wall to complete it. We got a Photon Cannon going up on the high ground, which I like, because that way it shoots but cannot be shot. And it'll also get any Overlords kind of out of the area. Expansion down for both players. Definitely higher saturation coming from income from Artosis at this moment. He's also getting a spine crawler down for some protection. He's got two queens going, extractors up. Looks like he's gonna be getting a bunch of gas now, so we'll see probably something. Sorry, I don't play Zerg. Zealot's coming in here from HuK, gonna do some damage. See if he can take out that queen. She is on creep, so she can move around. She can kind of kite the Zealots around. I don't know if this attack from HuK is going to succeed very well yet. So, running it back, we got a Sentry coming out as well. I suppose the plan would be to, if he can beat off this Zergling force, to trap them up in the base. Warp Gate's coming out, also +1 weapon upgrades. +1 weapon upgrades, something that you want against Protoss. Sorry, wrong tab. We also have Lair Tech coming up for Artosis. We got more gas going down for HuK here. As a Protoss player, you definitely need that gas. We got Zerglings coming to bother this base, but the Cannon and the Zealot should be able to hold it off relatively well. We also have a Sentry, which can either force field to kind of keep them away or just poke at them from the other side of these buildings. We got a robotics facility coming down for HuK. We got some more spine crawlers going up just to make sure that those zealot harassments just stay away. Neither player thinking about a third expansion at this point. Still relatively early in the game. Well, not relatively early. We're about 8 minutes in game time, which is quite a while. Most games only last around 10 minutes-ish of game time. But I think this one may go longer. So Spine Crawler's going down, doing a good job of keeping up with his larva. Warp Gate research has completed, and we're seeing a Twilight Cancel going down as well as more gateways. And pylons just to get that spread. Stalker out here for HuK as well. We got Spire Tech coming up for Artosis. Where is that Spire? Is that it right here? Kind of tucked neatly away in his base. Solid income coming in for both players. Looks like they're about even on worker count. Let's see. Usually you see the Zerg far ahead in drones, but with those early attacks he had to make a lot more Zerglings than he probably would have liked to. Some sentries up here for HuK. Observer coming out for HuK. That's going to go check out, see what's going on over in Artosis' base. We'll see how long it takes before he sees that Spire Tech. He is going Sentry Stalker at the moment. Stalker, and still mixing some Zealots in there. It's actually, with the way Warp Gates work, it's kind of hard to keep track of what's coming out. Advanced Robotics Facility already up. Missed that. Wow, missing a lot of things. More gateways just being dropped, so we're going to see a heavy gateway potentially. Yeah, Gateway Colossus Army. We do have 9 Mutalisks on the way for Artosis. We also see the Evolution Chamber tucked behind that there. Interesting to see. Oh, there we are. Metabolic boost coming up, so we will have Speedlings out in just a moment. I'm surprised to not see at least one more cannon here, just maybe tucked back here. But I guess he doesn't need it. He has a Force, he has Colossus is on the way. I don't know, Colossi, whatever people want to say. Looks like HuK's gonna move out here. Kills whatever that was, probably just a Zergling hanging out. Got this Overlord here. I don't know that HuK. Okay, nice positioning on that Overlord by Artosis makes it so you cannot see it. We got a Mutalisk harass coming up here. Totally missed that. From Artosis. Does a lot of damage, but he does have his expansion up already, so he's still got some income. Going after that Colossus. We'll see where he takes it. Just gonna keep an eye on those. Alright. Fairly scary army out here now for HuK. Artosis does have a lot of Zerglings and those Mutas coming back in for another attack. Gonna take out this Stalker, focus it down, but those Stalkers will scare him away. Looks like we're gonna see HuK transition into more of a Stalker build. We are seeing that range on the Colossus has been upgraded. We don't see another Colossus coming out right now, so he does only have the one. Still a pretty strong force here. Oh, those Mutas coming back in for another attack. Gonna focus down this pylon. It's not really gonna make HuK worry about. These pylons are around mostly for warping in units, so he's got plenty of supply. But he is going after those probes again, and this is going to do. Oh, gets him there in time. Scares him away. And at the same time, what do we got going on? Oh, wrong tab. Got more mutas coming out from Artosis. We also have he's getting the upgrades for his attacks. Looks like he's going very Mutalisk heavy. We'll see what his ground force is. I guess it'll just consist mainly of Zerglings. No Baneling Nest down at this point. We do have a lair, not upgrading the hatchery. Still needs, I believe, the Infestation Pit before he can do that. Hovering over here. Here comes another attack here from Artosis. Right as HuK was moving his main force out. Oh, those Stalkers are coming back. They should be able to kind of save the day, but we'll see. And HuK moving his forces out. Colossus just chilling, half on the wall, half not. And those stalkers are moving out now. I wonder, I'm curious to see if Artosis will attack, counterattack as soon as he can. And just a lot of pylons going down. We do have some cannons here, but that's not going to really dissuade these, wow, like 20 Mutalisks. Ooh, 19. Here comes this force from HuK moving into Artosis' base. And moving back. Wow, wow. I am an awful observer. Alright, so we actually have 4 hatches up now for Artosis. Huge income coming in right now. So about 400 more minerals a minute, 300 more gas a minute. We got a huge battle going down here in the middle. Looks like this force of HuK's is going to be wiped. This Mass Muta Zergling combination is actually doing really well. We'll see if Artosis can... He's not going to move in. We do have a significant number of warp gates here for HuK, so he can get his forces back relatively soon. Doing a good job of using his chrono boost to make sure that those are up. He's not chrono boosting. Huh. Not chrono. He's got 2 chrono boosts sitting on that. And here comes this force, going to break this wall. If he can get these Zerglings in, it will pretty much be the end for HuK. But we'll see if he can get it in. He has disabled those buildings. Here come the Zerglings flooding in. They are going to do a lot of damage to these probes. HuK moving in to try and do something. I would think he wants to stay on that ramp because you do not want those Zerglings flooding into your main. Got to get those Zealots in the front of the line so that they can attack those Zerglings. Solid attack from Artosis coming in here. Here's that Mass Muta force. Still building more mutas. He's getting upgrades for everything. We got a stalker coming out for HuK. There it is. And getting blink now. Look like HuK manages to hold that off. Barely rebuilds that Nexus. He needs that mineral income in order to keep up. He does not know that Artosis is... Oh, he does. Oh my gosh. Anyway, practice commentary. Huge Mutaforce, and here is a good game from HuK, and Artosis takes game 1 against HuK. Good game from both players.